Hi guys, Mike with Fights with Friends. I talked about this yesterday. This is the first episode of Fights with Finishes. Only rules here are 5 fights. Everyone is a finish, and they're all under 5 minutes. Go! This matchup between Kana Watanabe versus Ringo Aka. This happened last weekend, August 26, in Japan. Deep Impact 85. These are the same rules, Japanese unified rules of MMA, so same as Pride. Head kicks, knees, and stomps are allowed to the head of a downed opponent. That's basically the only rules that are different than US MMA. And Watanabe goes for the head kick there. Nice straight right there from Aka, and she throws a good flurry. Oh, big right hand. Big right hand on knee to the body there from Ringo Aka, and Kana Watanabe gets the takedown. Now, she's going to look to pass the guard here of Ringo. She's got a decisive advantage on the ground, does Kana. You can see Ringo's riding a pretty high guard here, but Kana standing up straight. See how she stood up straight and then puts her legs right on over and transitions. She's almost all the way over, transitioned into the mount. Look how she hooked the inside of that leg. Look how she's hooking the left inside of her leg. Able to get a little bit of ground and pound there. She's going to push down now on Aka's right leg to try to get past that guard there.
One actual goal. Who should have won?
Nice left hooks over the top, and there it is. And she was waiting for it. She was setting it up that whole time. And now she's got the full mount, and Ringo Aka is in a horrible position. Nice left hooks from the top there for Kana. Oh, Kana Watanabe, she just about had the back there. It looked like Aka was going to give her back. She can't decide which position she hates worse. Kana going for a Kimura here. She's pushing pretty deep on it. She got both hands on it, but she doesn't. She needs to have one hand higher up on the wrist. That's a pretty rare move, especially in women's MMA. But she continues to go for like a Kimura or a wrist lock, trying to set something up there, and it could just be a transition to something else. It could be a transition to some more of that vicious ground and pound as she just beats on her head like the drummer boy. Wow, that flurry reminiscent of Valentina Shevchenko, Mario Yamasaki. And that was some big hooks to the sides of the ears and temples of Ringo Aka. She didn't really defend herself there at all.
The person who's playing like a diamond is a fucking slug.
Now Kanna gets into the side mount here. And she's going to land some more ground and pound there from the headlock. She's going to continue to go for that Kimura. She keeps on digging for that Kimura there. For a Kimura or a key lock, depending on which way she gets it. And she may use it transition. There she does. She moves back up into that full mount. We're seeing that move a lot in the evolution of MMA. I've told you guys watch out for that. Fighters, oh geez, this is brutal ground and pound now. Huge right hands and big left hooks. And she's very efficient in her ground and pound, and Ringo Aka is very efficient at blocking shots with her face. And there's the arm bar, and she's been in it. Oh my God, you are not supposed to extend an arm that far. Make a wish. Make a wish, everybody. Oh wow! Oh wow! How far can you go? There it is. submission victory for Kana Watanabe and Ringo Aka. She's super flexible, or she's going to be looking at surgery. That's our first fight on the first episode of Fights with Finishes. First round finish for Kana Watanabe. In this one, we're going to stick with the women. We have Alyssa Garcia in the black, 4-5 with 1 sub and a knockout, against Satomi Takona, 11-11 with 4 subs and 1 knockout. We join this in the second round to make it in our 5-minute time span. Nice body kick there from Alyssa Garcia. She's been working that body. Hers and Takano's. Nice left hand there from Garcia. Oh, and some wild shots there from Takano. Nice throw there. Just muscles her down. Alyssa Garcia, just not a whole lot of science to that throw. Just kind of swings her to the ground, caveman style. And here she's going for a head and arm. And she's transitioned to full mount. This is a horrible position for Satomi Takano. You got a pretty big experience differential in this fight. Takano with 22 fights. Garcia with just 9. Nice elbows. Little short elbows and hammer fists there from Garcia. Remember, kicks and stomps and knees to the head of a down opponent are allowed in Japanese MMA and Deep Impact. Nice straight right there from Garcia. Doesn't seem like anybody ever taught Takano how to block a punch. Nice low kick there from Garcia. Good job of switching up the kicks there, giving Takano some different looks here. Couple of nice right hands and a couple of leg kicks. You got to wonder kind of who Garcia's fought. She has a sub 500 record, 4-5. Nice straight left there. She's shown decent boxing so far in this fight. Oh, head kick! Head kick knockout, and there it is. Alyssa Garcia. There is your knockout in under 5 minutes, and now she is 500 at 5-5 in under 5 minutes here on Fights with Finishes. Let's take a look at that head kick one more time. She's circling Takano around the cage. She's timing it. Nice straight left there. She's setting it up. She's getting her where she wants her at. Kaboom! Beautiful. All right, guys, this third fight is the last one from Deep Impact 85 in Japan. You got Victory Henry, 14-4, 6 subs with 4 knockouts. Takafumi Ostuka, 24-15, just 2 knockouts and 3 subs. Nice combination to start the round for Victor Henry. Nice body shot there for Takafumi. So guess before it happens, what fight? Oh, big right hand from Takafumi. Which fighter do you think wins? And is it a submission or a knockout? Huge combination for Takafumi. And a left hand back from Victor Henry. These guys are worn in the center of the cage. Records be damned. Beautiful knee to the body. Something about these fights in Japan just brings out the warrior spirit in some guys. And sometimes you don't even want to look at the records. Not that, I mean, Victor Henry 14-4. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Takafumi 24-15. That's still a warrior record. But just shows you don't have to have guys that are 15-1, 15-2 to put on great fights. Nice knees there from Victor Henry, and they don't have to have big names. Just put them in a cage, get them in a good organization. Nice little furry there from Victor Henry. Nice 1-2 from Henry. And Takafumi started out with big flurries to begin the round, and Henry seems to be coming on now. Lands a couple of straight shots, big leg kick. Leg kick back from Takafumi, not as hard as Henry's. Oh, and in the clinch, looks like Takafumi slipped from it. Oh, big kick to the body and head, and that is it. Wow. I mean, he just stopped. That was really hard to see exactly what happened there because it was so quick. But whatever the referee seen, he stopped it immediately. This is the third round. Minute 26 of the third round. Absolutely spectacular body kick knockout. Let's watch that again. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened. I think there might have been a verbal tap from Takafumi. You see that leg kick and the straight right lands there for Victor Henry. Nothing big there, and you're going to see Takafumi slip here in just a minute when he gets back up. Watch. There it is, right to the breadbasket, and he put his head down. I'm not sure what he said, but the referee knew right away that it was over. And that is it. That's fight number 3 on episode of 1 of Fights with Finishes. Great knockout victory for Victor Henry as he moves on to 15-4. If you recognize that man over there in the corner, that is the legendary Josh Barnett, one of his coaches. Great victory for him. I said a little surprising, but Takafumi obviously in agony. Great kick to the breadbasket. Let's go around the world to Russia and back in time one day. This last Saturday, August 25th, you got Jurand Lisiecki of Poland, 3-0 with 2 finishes, 1 knockout and a sub, facing Vasily Kozlov, 21 years old, in his MMA debut. Kozlov in the gray and blue shorts, Lisiecki in the grayish and black kind of shorts there. And this Russian crowd is excited. We haven't seen M-1 Global in a while. It's kind of been making a comeback. All right, here we go. Vasily Kozlov, Jurand Lisiecki. Will it be a knockout? Will it be a submission? And who's going to win? Nice leg kick there from Kozlov to start this out. Oh, right hand over the top from Lisicki, and Kozlov comes back quick. Nice leg kick from Kozlov. Oh, big right hand over the top from Lisicki. These guys are throwing bombs. 155ers here. Oh, and spinning wheel kick. Oh, big right hand from Kozlov. And he is out, and it is over just like that. Vasily Kozlov wins his MMA debut for M-1 Global, and what a right hand. Let's take a second look at that one. That is one excited young man, and they're pulling Lisicki up. I think maybe they should have put him on a stool there. They pull him up quickly. Man, Vasily Kozlov, that is one excited 21-year-old. And let's get a second look at that right hand. Boom! Right on the temple. Crack-a-lack. That is how it happens here on Fights with Finishes. And that is the 4th out of 5 fights there from M-1 Global Live Russia, and that was incredible as Vasily Kozlov bows to the crowd. I'm sure at 21 years old we're bound to see some more from him. Jurand Lisiecki, tough night for him, but he'll be back. All right, guys, let's stay here in Russia. Philippe Kovarik, 1-0, 28 years old, Sambo practitioner, coming out of Russia. Artem Tarasov, judo practitioner, also 28 years old. He is 2-1 with 1 submission. Czech Republic versus St. Petersburg, Russia. Judo versus Sambo. Let's see what happens. Will it be a submission? Will it be a knockout? Who do you guys think will win? We know it'll be under 5 minutes, and this is a sold-out crowd, or pretty close to sold-out arena here in M-1 Global, and this is still the prelims here. And there's quite a few people in that crowd, so you can see as MMA's starting to have a rebirth in judo, you're also seeing it in Russia. M-1 Global, of course, Fedor Emelianenko used to fight for M-1 Global. They touch gloves, and here we go. Big flurry out of the gate. Here for, Artem Tarasov. He is just flooring. Big knee to the head. Philippe Novik, he's going for a takedown now. He's gonna get double underhooks, but he's already in the defensive mode. I think he might have been hurt there. Pushing Artem up against the ropes. You can see we're in a ring here again, as opposed to the cage. M-1 Global, another one of these that does the ring and not the cage. I happen to like the ring better. But they do have, what's interesting is kind of a cage on the bottom rope, and it stabilizes the ring more. And also what it does that's different is it keeps fighters from hooking their feet on that bottom rope. So it's kind of an interesting combination of the cage and the ring. You can see it's not a metal cage there. It's like a net. It's just like a little net, but it's a little different kind of material. And continuing to push for the takedown here is Kovarik. Tarasov taking his time, looks calm. And he's just pushing him up against this rope here. Oh, there's the break. There's the break, and they are flurrying now. Novik coming forward. Oh, big shots! Big shots from Tarasov, and that is it! Maybe a little bit of a quick stoppage, but beautiful flurry from Tarasov. They were warring in the middle of the ring. I would have liked to have seen that gone maybe a little further. But maybe they figure, Kovarik will live to fight another day. Let's take a replay. Let's take a look at that replay, though. And this knockout from Artem Tarasov. He moves to 3-1 with all finishes now. 1 knockout and 2 submissions. All right, here it is. Big right hand right on the temple and then a left hook. Another right on the temple, left hook. He falls down. The referee immediately jumps in. See, right hook. That one really didn't land. There's that left hook. Landed pretty good. Maybe a little premature stoppage. It was a big right hand to start that out on the temple. There from Artem Tarasov. And the referee definitely jumping in there. You can definitely see that he wants it to be over. And I'm not sure what the fighter's saying on the ground there because of the angle. Maybe there's something that we didn't see. It looked like it may have been a little bit of a premature stoppage. But he was definitely floored from that right hook to the temple. Like I said, great knockout victory for Artem Tarasov. He moves to 3-1 with the goofy bear hat and all. Philippe Novik from the Czech Republic will move to 1-1, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up wanting a rematch. As I said, seems like that fight was just getting started before Artem landed that big right hook on the temple. And that is it. We started this in Japan. We're going to end it in Russia. That is the first episode of Fights with Finishes. Let me know what you guys think. What was the quality of the fights? I tried to do things that were very current. I stayed all in MMA this time. This is all from this last weekend. I went around the globe. We did Japan. We did Russia. We did 2 female fights, 3 male fights. So I tried to keep it pretty even. Submission, a knockout, and a couple of good up-and-coming fighters, I believe, to watch for in the future. I can't stop laughing over Artem Tarasov and that silly bear hat, but he is a tough dude. All right, let me know what you think down there in the comments. If you're new here, subscribe. Fights with Finishes is just getting started, so what a great time to find this channel. Everybody, please hit that like button. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.